All right, we're really excited about the win. We came down here for one reason. This series has been extremely one-sided over the last 15 years, especially here. And so we took that personal. You're kind of the two sides of you right now. I'm thrilled for the victory, and that overshadows, I think, not overshadows, that's definitely the number one thought and takeaway. Just look at 12 months ago. Look at 12 months ago. This is a good Stanford team, and a lot's changed. And proud of the way our guys responded. Come get road victories in conference are like gold. I told y'all that beginning of the week, and that was a huge win for us. The good is really, really good on all three sides. The bad is not good enough right now. The bad is, and that's coaching. That's offense, that's defense, that's special teams. There's too much inconsistencies, and for us, it'd be great to raise the ceiling of our play, but more than anything, we've got to take the bottom part of our play, the not good plays. We've got to raise those up. That's the number one thing for us right now. But I thought the sides complemented each other, took care of each other. Then the turnovers, I think, were the biggest thing again here 2 weeks in a row defensively. Obviously, the two red zone turnovers were huge at that point. And offense did a good job taking advantage of those turnovers in the first half and built a pretty nice lead. Didn't play very good. Didn't play up to our standard offensively in the second half. Had some opportunities, had some good field position. Didn't do a good job on third downs. The Rice offensive PI was a huge play in the game. Just wasn't very good by me, wasn't very good by the offense in the second half. Loved their defense closing it out. Still had a few too many mistakes, like you're going to have in the second game, but we found ways to win and separate here on the road, which was awesome. So proud of these guys. We know we got a lot of work to do. Our best football is a long ways away from where we're at right now.
What did you think of the slow mesh offense that Stanford was running? Something you really haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's the RPO game. It's unique kind of how long they take, especially to not have any lineman downfield calls. With that I would consider that not a minor miracle, but a major miracle. But you got to defend it. You got to defend it, and you've got to. We missed a couple of gaps in the run game. I thought we defended the throws honestly pretty well. We had a lot of TBUs. We had a couple we had picked. I thought a couple of the interference calls were, I'm not considering bad calls, they're competitive calls, but I thought a couple of them we were in a really great position and we'd take that exact same technique all season. But we needed to do a little bit better job in the run game. We were explosive defensively. The sacks and turnovers were great. We've got to be more consistent.
What do you attribute the opportunistic nature of the defense to, and what's the one area on that side of the ball is the easiest fix maybe?
I think the easiest fix is just that we're still making a few too many mental mistakes throughout the course of the game. We're not in a gap, we're not lined up, we're not playing the call the way that it's designed. Because I thought we did a pretty good job tackling. We're getting the ball out, we're stringing the ball, we're playing really, really hard. There's a lot of physical plays out there, but we've got to clean up the mental execution. Right now, we're giving up we've given up in this game. We gave up a few too many just plays where we're not in the gap, and against a good offense like that, you make it a lot easier on than obviously we plan to.
How much of that is just maybe attribute? It's a new coaching staff, so many new players, and just a function of time.
And we're just not going to use that crutch. Our opponents aren't going to play us any different. We got to get better. We're doing a lot of good. We know we got to get better. We know coaching-wise we got to get better. Playing-wise we got to get better. Should it get better as we go? If we're the team that we think we can be, then yes. So you definitely expect constant improvement, but I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and say, well, it's just not good enough right now because we don't have enough time right now. No excuses. We can play the calls better. We can coach better. And then that's offense too. Look at the offense in the second half. There's no excuses from us. We know what to do. We know how to coach, and we did it a lot. There was much more positive than negative tonight, so I do not want that to be the vibe walking out there. It's darn sure not in that locker room right now. All right, again, look at 12 months ago. All right, but the best teams do continue to improve throughout the year, and that's our expectation.
Caleb, could you walk us through that long touchdown with Joe Madison that kind of set the tone even more for this offensive performance?
Yeah,
I mean, we worked it all week. We got a lot of practice with it. You know, we got the right look at the right time, and we just executed the offense overall. All 11 guys are one page. Jordan did his job. The other receivers did their job. All of my linemen and tight ends, running backs, fakes, anything like that. We all executed all as one at one time, and it worked out perfect.
When can you feel like the offense is getting back to week 2 with your team coaching staff? Does it feel on schedule to you, out of schedule?
No, I don't really try to decide like if it's on or off schedule. Like to me, it's just I believe that group, like other groups on the team, can be really good. We've had some really good moments here in the first 2 games. I'm extremely excited about. We have a lot to clean up and a lot of consistency to find, coaching wise, playing wise. So we're just on our climb, right? We're on our journey. I think all 3 units of this football team can be really good, and we've got to continue to improve and do it more often.
How do you think you guys did physicality wise on both sides of the ball tonight?
I thought for the most part we were pretty physical. I thought we hit. I thought the O-line for the majority of the game did a nice job up front. I thought we tackled. We knocked the ball out. We held on to the ball. We ran through tackles. Like we did most of the things you need to do. Can it get better? Sure, of course it can. But you know, we are certainly, I think, improving there and embracing the team we want to be in terms of physicality.
Coach, what did you see when you audibled at the line on Travis Scott's touchdown run?
I'm trying to think. You talking about the one where he split down the middle?
27-yard line.
I was actually coach. We had another call. I looked over at him, and he was just chatting. So that was on big dog.
It looked like you wanted to almost call timeout before the screenplay to Jordan for a touchdown with your president.
Yeah, the play clock was just getting down. Yeah, play clock was low. Now we let us up, right? No, yes.
Max, what have the emotions been, on this journey coming back from the second injury to be able to make a big play early like that, be involved in another one later? What's it mean to you to be able to have some impact plays once again?
I say this time last year I was rehabbing from an injury on the sidelines, watching, not being able to contribute. So it just makes me much more appreciative. I'm having fun out there. I'm healthy, and it's just a blessing to be back out there making plays.
Coach, next week.
I'll say too, this guy's been a warrior for us. I mean, he had a little medical thing done after spring. He could easily, not push through spring and had it done then. He didn't do it. He waited, got every single rep he possibly could, fought through it, got everything cleaned up, and then it was back full go in fall camp when he wasn't quite at 100%. And so this guy, in a lot of ways, embodies what we want in this program: a toughness, an edge, a desire to be out there, and that's why you see him making some of the plays he is and improving like he is. So he's been an absolute warrior for us.
Coach, next.
Also to add to that, he's played. Since I've gotten here, he's made me better. And then 2, he's, like Coach said, he fought through all those little injuries and anything like that, and all the little medical stuff. And then he came back in fall and he played 5 different positions on defense, wherever they needed him. And like Coach said, that's kind of what we need and the type of players we need mentality-wise.
Next week is Fresno State, Coach. That's a program that has a lot of momentum with Jeff Tedford back. Jake Hayner also got a lot of hype. What's your early thoughts on that matchup?
It'll be fun, an in-state matchup. I have a ton of respect for Jeff Tedford. Coached against him a long time ago when I was just getting started, and obviously watched the jobs he's done at his various spots, and was always one of those guys you looked up to. So it'd be very cool to get to coach against him. Big excited to be back in the Coliseum. I imagine people back home are pretty excited about this team, and you gotta come watch them. They're pretty fun to watch.
Max, what's been the biggest challenge of just, you've got a new coaches, new scheme, and a lot of new players, and just trying to get that all to mesh.
Probably just adjusting to the speed of the game again. I was out for a while, so just getting back, adjusting to the speed of the game again, learning the techniques again, get my body right, pushing through things. So yeah, just about it.
Is there anything about just like integrating all these, kind of new things since you were back on the field?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, just, new coaches, new scheme, a lot of new players.
I just say we all came together really fast, so it's not. I don't really look too much into that because like when new coaches came, when new players came, we all bonded so fast. We all came together fast during the workouts, locker rooms, just bonded really fast. So it's like truly a brotherhood.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Awesome.
Fight on!